You're in the hot seat.
Okay, welcome to Update. I am Donovan Sadiq. I'm going to give you the update of what's going on in Moreno Valley politics and what's going on in the local area. First of all, I want to announce that Dr. Keri, she has made a formal announcement to announce that she will be running for Moreno Valley Mayor in 2016, and she's going to do that at Gateway Park this Saturday at 8 a.m. in Sunnymead Ranch. If you don't know where Gateway Park is, it's in Sunnymead Ranch. And the address is 23975 Manzanita Avenue in Moreno Valley, California, 92557. She also has a website. If you haven't seen it, it was posted here on the page. And she's going to, rain or shine, she is going to make an announcement. We will be there to cover that. And just in case you can't make it to the event, I like the rain, so we need it. There's not enough of it. So I'm going to go out there, rain or shine, and support a fellow veteran. So if you're a veteran, and you're watching this and you could make it, let's support our fellow veteran. Doesn't mean you have to vote for her or whatever, but let's support a fellow veteran there. But that's her campaign kickoff, and I'm going to wish her a lot of luck because we are entering silly season. And for those of you guys that don't know, she previously ran for RCC board in the last election cycle, and now she's going to run for mayor. And from what I do know about Dr. Thien, is she's a longtime resident here. She was stationed at the base here, and we're really, really lucky to have her. So there's somebody, and she also took a stand on the WLC, and I'm a witness to that as well as a lot of other people. There are some people out here who are running, and they're veterans, and I happen to call them Johnny-come-latelys. I mean, I just call it the way I see it, and they didn't make no stand, and they're running for mayor as well. But this is about Dr. Thien, and she has my support, and I wish her good luck. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is Tuesday, Moreno Valley City Council was given notice of litigation against them in regards to the animal shelter. And I found that out the next day, Wednesday. And I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised one bit, because a lot of us that are animal lovers, that's one thing I do love about Moreno Valley. You have a lot of people who love animals in this city. And with all the stress we're going through with warehousing, you need these animals to help de-stress a lot of people. But that's the one thing I can say about Moreno Valley residents. If we argue, we fight, we spit on each other, whatever we're doing, and we love these animals. And we have a death shelter, which is an oxymoron to me, because I've never seen so many people so into their horses, their dogs, their cats, whatever it is. We love our animals, but we have a death shelter here. And nobody's saying, and I have to speak for my district, because the animal shelter is 3 blocks away from where I live right now. And it doesn't matter. This isn't about one council person. This is about the council as a whole. But if the animal shelter resides in your district, the average person thinks, whose problem does it belong to? That council person. Now, with all our fighting and infighting that we do as people and citizens, a lot of us, WLC people, people that just observe, anti-WLC people, we all came together a year ago, and we brought our grievances to the council to do something to stop the killing in the animal shelter, or put a moratorium on it until we figure out what's going on. Did the council listen? No. But who bears the brunt of the responsibility, though? It falls on Ms. Jimson. That's who it falls on. It's in her district. Now, if I was in Mrs. Jimson's seat, and these jabronis aren't going to do anything to help me solve a city problem that is in my district, I will do it my damn self and worry about it later. Because you know why? I represent the people. I'm sent here to do what the people want me to do. I am a representative of the people. I'm not the people's leader. We don't have leaders in this country, because anybody could be a leader. I'm a leader. I mean, nobody's following me, but I consider myself a leader. we have representative government. Miss Jimson was sent there to fight the WLC, even though she voted for it. And that's the problem with our politics. We get these people, we think that they're going to do what we want them to do, then they get there, then they do what they want to do. But that's a different story. So now we have litigation. Now, we have an interim attorney. He doesn't even live here like most of our department heads. So how do you think that this litigation is going to be solved? Is the city going to sit there and fight a problem that could have been solved with basic ideas from people within the community that love these animals? No. They're going to settle this. They're going to settle it. It wouldn't surprise me if they settle it. It'd surprise me if they fight it. They're going to settle it. So how much tax dollars has this now cost us? And the buck stops with who the representative is. It's not all Mrs. Jimson's fault. This is a problem that's been pointed out that has happened way before Miss Jimson arrived on the seat, but unfortunately, she's on the seat right now. And we told her what she needed to do. And we were ignored. And now, out of our pockets, with money that we don't have, revenue coming from warehouses that it's not enough to sustain the city, we're going to have to settle this case, in my opinion. But this is what happens when we keep voting the same people with different faces. So we are dealing with a litigation that could have been solved a year ago. But again, people are just ignored in this city. But there was a comment that was put up as the city tried to do damage control. And it makes me wonder, when they try to do damage control like this, why do they do this and who's thinking this stuff up? They put this thing up about 20 animals that were dropped off, and look, they've all been adopted, and you guys have seen the email that I put out. Like I said, I put out both sides. If I can get the information, I try to put that out. And somebody made a comment and says the dates on the city website and the dates that the rescue is claiming are two different things. They're 15 days apart. Red flag. Why is the city doing that? And this is the kind of stuff that goes on at that animal shelter all the time. And it's been noted. So for all my friends and supporters out there and my enemies that are working on this animal shelter thing with me, we need to stay united to get this problem solved. If we can do anything, if we can't do anything else together, we can do this. So let's keep that in mind, okay? Now, everybody's been on me, the goon squad has been on me, talking about, we told you nothing's gonna come of the investigation. Okay, I'm not finished with Victoria Baca. 2 weeks ago, I was in downtown Riverside Civil Court watching this case be called. And it was called. And it was continued for the 4th or 5th time. So you're going to hear Victoria Baca and her goon squad talk about there's nothing there, whatever. This case still does exist. You can call the district attorney. The case exists. That's the civil case in that situation. The FPPC case, to which there was a violation, that case still exists. So there's still 2 cases. So we're not done with Miss Victoria Baca. And I haven't forgot because I write everything down. The problem is everything takes time. So please be patient. And for those of you who might be thinking about voting for Victoria Baca and you want to vote for somebody, I can't wait until she pulls papers. Because the information that I was able to get is incredible. And I cannot wait to expose the truth. Speaking of the truth, I was at my aunt's house 2 weeks ago, or last weekend, I'm sorry, not 2 weeks ago. Last weekend, and we were talking about this Cheryl Brown situation, and me talking about 360 degrees of association. And I had no idea that my aunt has known Cheryl Brown for a long time. So when I told her the situation, she was aghast. Oh, how could you do that against Cheryl Brown? So I told her the situation. And she said, well, is what you're saying true? I said, yes, Auntie. Cheryl Brown did go to Hawaii on her lobbyist money twice. She did miss 149 votes. She was protested at San Bernardino Valley College. She had a forum to deal with logistics that included Mr. Benvisi. There was no other side to it. I don't know how you have a discussion when there's no other side. And I said, she has raised $318,000 by her sponsors. I didn't say anything's illegal, but she is a big supporter of Denise Johnny Come Lately Fleming. And I said, this is what this is all about. And it's true. And I was expecting my aunt to really give it to me. And she said, as a wise woman or wise person would say, if it's the truth, the only people that would have a problem with it are the people that delve in lies. Continue to do what you're doing as long as it's the truth. And that's what we try to do here at this page. I mean, I don't put stuff up and ask to be sued. I don't do that. I get a lot of my information from mvgordy.com. I get a lot of my information from Wake Up Moval, Moreno Valley Residents for Sustained Development. I do a lot of fact checking. And I'm not going to put myself up to litigation. And I want everybody to use your common sense. Like I've always said, if what I'm saying is a lie, don't you think with 12 lawyers that Highland Fairview has, one of those lawyers would have sued me by now and taken me off the air? That's the easiest way to discredit me. I mean, I would just be humiliated and embarrassed. But that hasn't happened yet, because you want to know why? A lot of stuff that I've put up is true. And I don't care if you believe it or not. I put them up so that you, the viewer, can decide for yourself. Because the biggest problem in this city is we have uninformed voters. And the best way to defeat a person like me is throw out, it's like Hitler said, the bigger the lie, the more people will believe it. So there it is. A big thing that's going on in the city right now, and a lot of Facebook pages, is our official city mascot. And a lot of people are saying the boroughs that we have, the jackasses, should become our official mascot of Moreno Valley. And you know what? I'm going to have to kind of agree, because with the decisions our city council has been making, I don't think they should be the city's mascot. I think jackasses should be the city council's mascot. So whenever the city council uses their little emblem and stuff for Moreno Valley, they should use jackasses, because that's the way I feel about it. That's just my personal opinion. Trucks in Edgemont. Once again, a lot of people are upset, and I don't blame them for being upset, but this is what we were trying to say during the WLC wars. You have a WLC that's been approved. There's no place to park 15,000 additional trucks. So guess where they want to park them at? Right here in Edgemont. And a lot of people are upset, and rightly so. Why should we bear the burden of 15,000 or all the trucks in the city? What does Ms. Jimson have to say about that? What is her plan for that? District 2, they won't have it in their district. Why should we have it in our district? But the misrepresentation of the neighborhood Edgemont continues. What is Ms. Jimson going to do about that? But guess what? As long as I'm on the scene, I'm going to do everything I can to fight that, and I need your help and your support. So the 6th annual dinner, the Moreno Valley Historical Society is having its 6th annual dinner for the history of the Moreno Valley. If you don't know the history of the Moreno Valley, if you haven't been here as long as I have and some other people, you might not know the real history of Moreno Valley. I can only tell you from 1977 up until current. So there it is right there. But that's coming up. Check out the post here on my page. Rally for Us is coming up. And again, look for that on the page. And there's going to be a big rally at the post office on Alessandro. Don't have the dates, but I'll try to put it up here so you can see it. Hazardous waste disposal. If you have a hazardous waste, oil, antifreeze, paints, all kinds of hazardous stuff. That's going to be this weekend, April 16th. Look on this page, the announcements there. Before I end this real quick, there are two sisters, very young, 21 and 19, and they opened a hair care store on Sunnymead Boulevard. And they have a website, which is www.kdhaircaresupply.com. And they were featured in a Press Enterprise article. And if you are in need of hair care products, and everybody out there that knows me know I hate weave. I hate it. I believe in being natural. You know, if you're going bald or what, you know, whatever the deal is. The other day I was at Walmart and I saw these little girls, black girls, with pink hair, red hair, and one with blue hair. I don't know what to say. I mean, it's bad enough having black skin in the United States. You know, we have problems with just being black people in the United States, and they're going to exacerbate it by having blue, purple, and pink hair. But anyway, that's another story. But anyway, if you're looking for hair care products, these are young entrepreneurs here in Moreno Valley, young ladies that opened up a business, and I'm very proud that they opened it up here in Moreno Valley, right off of Sunnymead Boulevard. I'm very supportive of that. If you can afford a weave to put it in your hair and have it and make yourself look good, more power to you. Okay? I just wish somebody would invent some kind of hair tonic for those of us that are going bald. So yes, I'm a little biased about people who can put weave in their hair and people like me who are going bald. So that's where I am with that. But this has been Donovan. This is a news update. And before I go, I have a new show. And it's going to be called The Hot Seat. And we are working on it right now. We're going to do a test run on Saturday to go live to kind of see how we're going to do it. And we're asking all the candidates to come on this show. Victoria Baca, you are welcome to come on this show. Lara Gutierrez, you're welcome to come on this show. I have commitments from people, candidates that are going to come on the show. I just got to do their dates. The bottom line is you need to come on this show, and it's not a gotcha show. So if you want to come on, put your little platform out there, whatever the deal is. I'm going to ask you a few hard questions because we want to know who you are. We need to know. You are welcome to come on the show. But we got a pool going here in the studio. We almost guarantee Gaiba, Gutierrez, Baca, anybody who took money from Highland Fairview is not going to come on the show. But if they did, I would be highly surprised. And like I said, I welcome it. Like I said, I welcome it because why wouldn't you want to come on the show unless you have something to hide? So also, if you are a resident and you want to come and speak, 3 minutes at City Council is not enough time to get your point out. Scott Heverin, who always talks about an ethics committee, I want to hear what he has to say about that ethics committee because it seems like every time he gets going, 3 minutes is just not enough time. So he's going to come on the show. If you've got something to say, I want you to come on the show. We're going to have guest panelists. So if you watch like the Young Turks, and we're not going to be the Young Turks, but we're going to say, you know, if we want people with honest opinions. I don't care what side of the article you are. Unfortunately, there are going to be a few people that can't come on the show because of some of the antics that they do. Evan Moron, you're one that can't come on the show because some of the stuff that you did was totally out of bounds, and I don't want you on this show at all. So that's why you were also banned from the Press Enterprise and things. I mean, there's certain people they're not going to come on the show, and it has nothing to do with their beliefs. Because really, the idea of this show, originally, I wanted Evan Moron on the show, but he did some things to me that I thought that was really uncool. So he's not going to be on the show. But we want everybody to come and be guest panelists and just give your opinion about what you think, because we don't think that our representatives hear what we are saying. So please, if you're interested, email me, let me know. And if you got a business that you're just opening up or you want us to come check it out, let us know, and we're gonna come and give it to you. We've been averaging 10,000 views, and people are always saying, when are you going to do another video? When are you going to do this? Please understand, I have a house. Code enforcement is always driving by my house. I got to cut the yard. I've got to walk my dog. I've got family events I've got to go to. So it takes a lot. And some of the young people that are working with me, they've got lives to do too. But this show is going to be between 45 minutes to an hour. And we're going to talk about all kinds of topics that has to do with the city, politics, and what's going on in the city. If we don't criticize our leaders, how are they going to be held accountable? I am probably the best thing that ever happened to LaDonna Jimson. Because one thing about LaDonna is She will reply and she will get it done, but you have to remind her on a constant basis. And I know it's tough to be criticized. Nobody likes to be criticized, but that's part of the job. That's how it is. And unfortunately, if we criticize these people, maybe their hands wouldn't be caught in the cookie jar. So again, this has been News from Edgemont. There's going to be more stuff. We're going to be putting a live feed out on Sunday. Stay tuned. Brand new show. Please check it out. I'm Donovan Sadiq. You have now just been given the update.